Hey guys, James here with Next Level Collectors, coming at you today with a new segment, and I got with me on the line Joe Rich. How's it going, Joe?
Well, I woke up today, so it was a good day. How you doing, James?
Man, pretty good. You know, I can't complain, even though there's a little bit of snow on the ground. You know, it was a good day, and it's Friday, and obviously when you guys are watching this, it'll be Saturday. But yeah, I can't complain. Can't complain at all. So, anyways, guys, we have a new segment we wanted to talk about today, and that is our Flip or Flop comic investment of the week. And today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man number 361.
Yeah, buddy!
Yeah! So some of you guys...
You know why I had to do that? Because I watch so many videos, and they're just like, this is a CGC unboxing, and what I opened up and what I thought was going to happen was a 7. Shut up! Open up a little bit, for God's sakes.
Right? True that.
Keep going, James. Keep going, James.
We gotta bring the excitement in the environment. I mean, you're just not gonna get anywhere if your videos are just really boring and whatever.
Absolutely. I got so much energy I could light up a little city.
It's awesome. We should plug you up and let you go. Anyway, so guys, Spider-Man 361, it's blown up as a comic book with the announcement of Carnage being in Venom 2, the movie. Correct, Joe?
Correct. I would say yes. It's definitely has risen, as well as the second printing. There is a second printing of that book as well.
Oh, yes. So, today we're going to decide whether or not this comic book is worth investing in, what is a good price you should pay for it, and then we're going to decide if it is a flip or a flop for an investment. So, first we'll start off with some stats. Joe, you want to talk about what you found out?
Yeah, I want to say that it is obviously the first appearance of Carnage, who is Cletus Cassidy. So that is for you guys who don't know who Carnage is or Cletus Cassidy. It is a villain in the Marvel industry, a huge villain to Spider-Man and Venom. Okay, the print run is extremely high on this book. It's basically, James, would you say it's the time when Marvel was just pumping out copies of whatever they could make?
Yeah, and according to what I had read, this comic was somewhere between 500 to 600,000 copies made.
My God,
a lot. And I mean, we'll compare that to another first appearance. The first appearance in Null did about how many, Joe?
Yeah, so Venom number 3, which is the first appearance of Null, the symbiote god. I want to say there's like 55 to 60,000 that were made.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Which that's quite the difference. I mean, I think I heard a story that they broke the printing press at Marvel when they were pumping out the 361.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, that comic book, when they sold it, it went to an immediate second print. Now that doesn't happen entirely often. But yeah, this was definitely at that point where Marvel was pumping out comic books constantly and consistently, and because the market for comics had boomed, right? I think they were starting to come out with some of the really early movies that weren't always that amazing, but people were hyped at that time. And this was not too long before that crash had happened. It was late 90s, right? Or mid 90s?
Yeah, no. So what I would say is Image had a big role in the comic book crash. They pumped out, Spawn. First issue of Spawn, I want to say there's 1 million copies that were made. And then they pumped out like Youngblood and all this other stuff, and Image had a big part of that comic book crash, which was, I would say, middle 90s, 94, 95, the comic book market took a straight nosedive right down the old toilet.
Yeah, for sure. So that comic had a lot, and the only other comic that they broke that number with was 365, from what I read, which reached 1 million copies. So yeah, 365 is definitely a dumper. Definitely one of the ones you can use for firewood or just your collection. You know, you could collect it too. There's nothing wrong with collecting.
No, now, James. How much? Now, what would you? Now, let's say, for instance, the comic book market takes a crap again, because you know things. A lot of things are very yo-yo, so they come in. There's lows and there's highs. Stuff can't always be on the top or the high. So let me ask you a question: if you were to pick up 10 to 20 copies of this issue, what would you say is a price that you would feel comfortable paying for this book if that market book bubble did burst again?
If the bubble bursts, I'd probably pay maybe like $5-10 bucks. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe $5-10 bucks.
So okay. Now I had a price in my mind. I feel like I would pick up copies of this book all day long for 25 bucks. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, if someone, because before this caught heat, before this book caught heat, I feel like it was still selling for over the $25 mark. So, if someone came to me and said, "Hey, Joe, I've got 200 copies of 361," I'd shell out $25 for the 200 copies, which I don't know, what is that? Close to $4,500, $5,000.
That's quite a bit. Yeah.
So,
I would estimate the market right now would be anywhere between 350 to 400,000 comics still existing in good condition. I would say the amount of 9.8s to top that is probably way less than that. So, there is a good chance that if you have a 9.8, it's still going to be worth something. But I would definitely say the price that people are paying now for this comic book is anywhere between $100 to $130. I'm seeing, based on
for raw copies.
Yeah. I've seen a raw copy go for that. I did see a 9.8. Maybe it was a 9.6 go for 130. So, which is really weird to me. That's a very, very tilted scale that we're seeing there with the graded copy not being much more than the actual raw copy, which was very, very interesting. I don't know what that guy did to get such a high sale on that.
Well, I saw a 9.8 sell. I want to say $395. A newsstand 9.8.
Yeah. Then the newsstand ones are going for a little bit more. They're a little rare.
Yeah, newsstand ones usually will sell for more just because they were on the shelf and they were, people haphazardly just tossed them around, read them, and just didn't care for them like a comic book collector or shop would have them. But, at a 9.8 and you're going to buy that book, which was such a high print run, for $400, this is a total bad investment for me. I would definitely shy away from 361. I'm a total all chips in to sell this book at this point.
Definitely a good spot to just let them go. Let them fly off your shelf if you've got the extra copies. If you've got it for your collection, great. I would say if you have extra copies, get rid of it. I would say also, if you're looking to get this comic book, I would wait. Definitely wait until the movie is released. It's done. It's over with. Give it about a year, and that comic will die down a little bit more. There's probably a nice sweet spot that you can get into once that comic book is released or that movie is released and done, that you'll see that market, just deflate.
Yeah, or here's an idea. Why don't you get up off your butt, go to your local grocery store, find a bulletin board, say, hi, my name's Daryl. I'm looking for comic books, and 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to pick up that book in a collection for probably, anywhere from $75 to $100 with a ton of other comics with that book. So do a little digging, do a little grinding, and don't always just rely on eBay, because those are the people that tend to either overpay, and it's just
I agree.
Get out. Now, you'll never know what's in someone's attic, crawl space, basement until you actually go out looking for it. I'm almost positive there probably is, and I've read stories. Amazing Fantasies, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man. They're in people's houses and they don't even know what that book is.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers.
Nuts. So, anyways, summary. This comic is definitely a fail for us based on the things that we've listed. I mean, 400 to 500 is just a way insane print run for a comic book, and especially in that period of time. And with the second print floating out there too, there's just so many. So.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We both probably. I love the character.
Oh yeah, that book is it's a great book to have for your collection. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. If you're thinking about buying multiple copies or you're hoarding a bunch of these, you're a fool. It's fool's gold right now.
Yeah, definitely. So, that was today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this segment. We're going to try to bring more stuff like this, more content like this to you guys. And definitely keep an eye out on our YouTube and our Facebook page, which I'll leave links in the description to check out future videos. We do a top 5 segment every week, and I write a blog about it also. And definitely check those out if you haven't already. And keep an eye out for pretty much any future updates. I do updates on comics, Funkos, all that other stuff. And Joe also does his own videos that you'll see once in a while. And he also has his own channel, Toy Radiation. If you'd like, check that out as well. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. So until next time, guys, thank you for joining me, Joe.
Thanks for having me, James.
Peace out, guys.